Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the sacred space. I'm really excited and looking forward to channeling tonight and sharing these beautiful energies with you, going through the chakra system and just working out any knots. I always visualize energy blocks as knots and are like a knot in a cord, right? Like it's cutting off, knot in a hose or a kink in a hose, and it's cutting off our divine energy flow. So that's what I'm here to do tonight. I'm here to guide you inside yourself and work through your beautiful, beautiful energy. We have people joining, which is beautiful, for everybody joining in spirit and everybody joining outside of spirit and being with us tonight. These beautiful healing circles, many sign up and they watch the replay, and that's just as powerful and just as powerful as doing them live. So we come into the solstice season, and I had a beautiful vision yesterday while talking to another beautiful soul, that one of the moderators in the community, and I'm like, man, what's going on? We're talking about it, and it's this it's like this energetic gap has opened up right now, and we're heading into the Lion's Gate, the 8/8 portal in August, and this is where we're opening up to. And it's so important to do the integration part of energy work. And what integration is like taking that quiet time out and listening to your body when your body needs rest. So the way I work through these healing circles, they're quite different from my activations. We do go into a meditation, a deep meditative state with the healing, and I guide us up through the chakra system. So I'm channeling the energy and you're pulling through the channel, through your channel. We pull from source, from the divine. And what we want to do first is work into energetic sovereignty. We are coming into our Cancer season. It's this beautiful, beautiful mother energy we're coming into, leaving the Gemini behind, which is also, every season is beautiful energy. And we really are here to mother ourselves and take care of our divine feminine. The Cancer is very much the archetype of the divine feminine, the caretaker, the caregiver, but it's about finding balance and everywhere we are, and knowing that we are, knowing who we are. It's about finding that balance and becoming one with that balance within ourselves. I am always so grateful when I'm called to host these healing circles. I used to do them monthly, and then I was told to step back from hosting them and allow like big integration. And then I was called a few weeks ago to schedule one. So it's time for us to take care of ourselves again. So I want everybody watching live and everybody who is watching this afterwards, find this quiet space within yourself. If you're sitting, just feel the ground beneath you. If you're laying down, just feel the floor or the bed or the couch beneath you, and feel that connection to the ground. We need to connect ourselves. We are conduits. We are energies. We have to allow this divine energy flow to flow through us. So close your eyes and find your breath and just relax into your breath. Allow it to take you where it needs to take you. Let your breath be your guide tonight. And if thoughts come up, intrusive thoughts come up while we're in the meditation or the healing, allow them to pass. Don't grab onto them. Allow them to pass. Anybody who meditates knows this. We must not become one with those thoughts. We must allow them to pass and transmute them into what we want them to be and where we want to go, not things that we don't want. We become these transmutators of energy into what we desire, to what we want to bring into fruition, not the worst case scenario or what if this happened. We come back to center. So feel your eyeballs, your eyelids get heavy, and close your eyes. Just get really comfortable in your space and feel your breath in and out. Now, we're going to breathe in deeply through our nose as much as we can. And then I'm going to get you to hold it at the top for a couple seconds and then breathe out through your mouth. Then repeat that again Hold it at the top, and we're oxygenating every cell of our being. We don't want to be shallow breathers. We want to bring that divine oxygen in to energize our body and breathe out what's not serving us. It's a great analogy for balance, the breath in and the breath out, and that in between is that space of creation and integration, that stillness. And now allow your breath to go back to a normal breathing rhythm. And I want you to take your attention to your crown chakra, which is just above the top of your head, just above the crown of your head. And it's pointing up to source. It's not pointing out and around like the physical chakras. It's I envision this as like the beginning of our antenna that connects to the higher realms. And we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe in, we're going to visualize beautiful golden divine light coming in through our crown chakra. And as we breathe it in, it begins to permeate our being. And on every out breath, we're removing what's no longer serving us. This beautiful golden crystalline energy is the pure essence of source, the pure essence of creation. And it is cleansing our being. So continue to breathe it in through your crown. Visualization is so powerful. And breathe out anything that's no longer serving you. Breathe in, continue to fill your body up with every breath, and breathe out what's no longer serving you. If you have any spaces of discomfort within your physical body or your emotional or mental body, take that energy there, take a little extra to that space, and ask for it to begin to release. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. And on the next in breath, you see every cell of your being filled with this beautiful source light. And it's so full, it begins to permeate out through your pores. Now you're filling your energy field with this beautiful source light. And we're wiping away anything that's no longer serving us, whether it's emotional or mental patterns sitting on the mental plane around us or etheric plane around us. We release it out of our auric field. We forget to cleanse the outside a lot of the time. We work on our insides and forget to cleanse the energy body on the outside. So continue to pull in that energy through your crown and down, pushing out into your auric field and pushing away, removing anything that's not yours. Think of it like washing, wiping energies away. Auric sweeping, we're sweeping it away, and feel this beautiful energy in and surrounding you. It's like a hug from source. And on the next in-breath, you see your whole auric field filled up with this crystalline energy and the insides of you as well, the physical being. And with your mind's eye, visualize a beautiful golden egg surrounding your aura, keeping that energy within you, in your energy field and in your physical body. And your auric field, it's like if you put your hands out to the side around you. It's that type of circumference. That's what your aura should be, this large, beautiful energy body. And then on top of that, I'm going to get you to visualize placing a platinum egg around it. And what this does is it creates energetic sovereignty within you. I'm going to ask you in your mind to ask the higher realms to remove anything that's not yours, any thought forms, any energies that are penetrating your field or your physical being, to remove from you. Our intention is our power. So if ever you're feeling super bogged down, do this exercise. It's very quick. You can do this very quickly throughout your day to really create energetic sovereignty within you. This is why meditation is so important. This is why hygiene in your energy field is just as important as physical hygiene. It's so important to, I don't want to say protect our energy, because honestly, there's nothing to be protected from if we're in a space of divine essence. We just need to create this sovereignty. Sit in this energy for a moment now and feel into it. Do you feel any differently now than before you started this? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel warmer, cooler? Do you just feel like a sense of calmness over your nervous system? That's beautiful. Whatever you're feeling, know this energy's hugging you, and you're always able to tune in. You should be always flowing this through your being. Now I'm going to ask you to take your attention down to your root chakra, which is just at the base of your spine. Now that we've released anything that's not ours, we're going to ground ourselves to the ground. Like a wire in the wall, like a plug-in. We have to be grounded to flow energy properly. You filled your bubble up. Now we have to be able to flow so we can transmute back and alchemize anything that's not of the highest, best good. So on that root chakra, you're going to tie a beautiful golden reddish rope around the root chakra. And you're going to visualize this rope falling down to the floor beneath you, now going down to the ground. And as it hits the crust of the earth, it turns into these beautiful copper-colored roots as it goes into the ground. And those roots go all the way down to the molten core of planet Earth. And they hold you tight. And this is a great visualization if you're feeling ungrounded. Just connect yourself back to the ground. Feel that hug and allow anything that you couldn't transmute out to the 3D world, go into the ground. And now take a moment to feel this beautiful divine flow of energy coming in through your crown, down through your body, and out through your grounding cord or your feet into the ground beneath you. It's beautiful. It's powerful. Now, we're going to ask the energies that be, the angels, the guides, whatever word you use to describe those higher beings, God, source, universe, creator, to come work with us tonight so we can channel the highest, best energy from divine source to cleanse our chakras, to cleanse our being, to cleanse our mind, to ignite our soul on fire and reintegrate parts of us that we may have left along our journey. We're going to ask them all to come back tonight. So now we're down at the root chakra, the base of the spine. Take your mind's eye back down there. And on every in-breath, pull in energy from source through your crown chakra and bring it down to your root. As you bring it down, you see this root chakra beginning to glow a brighter red. And as it does this, it begins to spin clockwise. Maybe it's been spinning clockwise all along. Maybe it's been spinning counterclockwise, but we're getting it to spin back clockwise. And as it does this, you envision it's like a vortex, but it's like petals on a flower open up. This is how I visualize the chakras. But it's not just pointing one way. It's like all around. It's like 8-dimensional. It's all around you and it's spinning clockwise. And it begins to open up. And this energy you pull in sandblasts and cleans away any gunk that you've pulled in from the physical world, from this life, from other lives, from future timelines, and it cleanses them so you have a full connection with the ground beneath you. You feel it, sense it, know it, spinning at just the right speed for your system. We're all unique. So you feel it. You see this beautiful red light shining out and around. It shines not just out to the front, but creates almost like a circle all around you, shining out. And it's so bright and it's so vibrant. You feel your root come alive. Because I feel that there's been a lot of root chakra, a lot of disconnection in the last little bit, especially with weather, not being able to go outside and stand barefoot in lots of places on the earth, just from the things that go on in our society and in our lives. We become ungrounded through fears and holding on to not being able to flow this energy through us. And in your root, you want to say to yourself, I am strong, supported, and abundant. Abundance flows from the root chakra. Without a proper ground, we cannot flow that abundance energy through us. And I don't just mean financial abundance. I mean abundance in every way you can ever think of. Love, career, just friendships, anything. Abundance of fun and joy. Abundance comes in so many forms. Visualize that root chakra shining out and around and thank it and give gratitude to your root chakra for always being there to support you the best it could. But we're lighting it up and we're connecting vividly to the ground beneath us, to our being. Our root chakra anchors in our soul. It anchors us into our body. We need to be balanced and not up here floating in the ethers. We need to be balanced in our physical being. Thank you for being there, root chakra. Always. Now move up to your sacral, which is located just around your belly button area, just below it. And it is the center for creation, co-creation with source, creating life, creating, whatever passions you have, bringing them to fruition. And in this chakra, we hold a lot of shame and guilt. When we have these feelings of shame and guilt, they're in our sacral. So I want you to envision the beautiful source light coming down through your system, touching into your sacral. And as it does, it begins to ignite this beautiful orange light coming out of the center of the vortex. And it begins to spin clockwise at just the right speed for your system. Ignite your passions on fire. Balance them with everyday life. So important. That's the message they want me to share tonight. Be sure you have balance between seriousness, passion, and all these things in every sense of the word. As this begins to spin clockwise, you see the petals of the flower open up on it, all around you, shining this beautiful orange beacon out around you. And as you shine this out, you begin to pull in opportunities to be creative. You begin to pull in opportunities to co-create, not with the creator, God, source, universe, but with others around you. And you begin to attract in these beautiful opportunities for abundance because it's pairing with that root chakra. See this chakra shine out. I am the creator of my entire reality. You pair this with your mind. When we get up to our mind, our third eye, you are unstoppable. In this group tonight, energetically, I don't feel a ton of blocks with creativity, so that's beautiful. Release any shame, any guilt that you hold. I don't feel like there's a ton floating around tonight, which is awesome. See the chakra. Pair it with the chakra below, the red chakra. So you see that beautiful orange light and then the beautiful red light shining out down around you. Thank this chakra for always supporting you and being there. Know that it serves such a beautiful divine purpose. And as we bless it, we move up to our solar plexus, which is located above your belly button in your solar center, as it's called, the solar plexus. This is your center for you knowing who you are. When you're not sure who you are, we have a closed off solar plexus, that wound of not being worthy, that wound of, feeling like you don't belong. Solar plexus. And we're going to ignite that tonight. I feel like there's a little bit of that imposter syndrome floating around tonight. So we're going to really blast that away. See your crown opening up and welcoming in this beautiful light from source flowing into your solar plexus. And as it does so, it begins to ignite this yellow light, this bright yellow light, and it begins to spin clockwise at just the right speed for your system. The petals of its flowers open up in the vortex, and it shines and emanates this light out all around you, cleansing away any feelings of unworthiness, any feelings, lack of confidence, lack of knowing your passion and your purpose, and tuning into that. And as we pair it with the sacral below, we begin to step into our purpose. We begin to know who we are, why we're here, what our divine purpose is on this earth, because no two of us are the same. That's why I always say competition is ridiculous, because none of us are the same. There's nothing to compete with. We need to let that go and walk into a room knowing who we are. Accept that knowing, pair it with that sacral and that root, and really ground that in. And they want you to know tonight that you are really going to start feeling there may be pivots in your purpose if you already are fixed in it. So take your blinders off and be open to opportunities. If we're so fixated going forward, we miss all these amazing opportunities that are coming in from the side. So let go of the how and allow the world and universe, creator, source to take you where you're meant to go. Our stubbornness sometimes stops us, but that means we're not ready to take that path yet. Open up to opportunities. And as we pair that with our third eye, our ajna, we begin to know and we can intuitively tell what's right for us. And what's right for us may not be what we think is right for us. It's a funny conundrum. So we're going to thank the solar plexus for always being there to guide us. And we're going to really tune into it because it is our second brain. You know, when we feel gut feelings, this is the solar plex. There's a huge bundle of the vagus nerve sitting behind the stomach. And it's true. We feel things in our stomach and we need to listen to it because our nervous system is so attuned into it. But if we're holding on to all this fear of being unworthy and not knowing who we are and overthinking, we have a harder time tuning into it. I'm not going to say we can't because there's no such thing as can't. We're going to thank the solar plexus for being there. I am worthy of pursuing those passions. I am confident in my abilities. I'm going to fake it till I make it. I'm going to follow the path of least resistance where I'm lit up. Hatayana toata. Thank you for always being there. I send blessings to the sacral. And we see that beautiful yellow light shining out around us, paired with the orange and the red below it. And now we're going to head up to the heart chakra, which is just in the center of our chest. Our heart chakra is our magnetic monopole. When our heart's closed off, we have a very small torus field. When we open it unconditionally and let go of these fears of not being good enough, these fears of, lack of trust in self and love in others, fear of love, we close it off. When we open it, we send out this magnetic resonance and attract in miracles because our heart chakra is the vibration of miracles. So see it as it opens up. Pull that beautiful divine energy in from source through your system into your heart chakra. Knowing who you are, feeling your heart ignite, seeing this beautiful green light begin to open up and emanate out around you. As it does so, the petals on the flower begin to open and shine bright, sending a beautiful green light all around, opening up your torus field. You begin to see this exchange of energy flowing around you. And if you don't know what a torus field is, go research it after. TORUS field. Read about it. People think our brains are the electric centers, but our heart actually is. It sends out a bigger resonance than the rest of our body. We see it, sense it, know it. We know our heart is there to guide us. Our heart is another brain within our system. It feels. That's why people say, follow your heart. Your heart's going to guide you. Your bliss and your joy are going to guide you where you need to be. I am love. I give love freely and I'm open to it. I'm full of unconditional love and acceptance. I see everything through the lens of clear perception. Release any past perceptions from that. Hatayana tayo sotoataya tayo no toataya sutoataya tayo no toa ananana yo toata. They're just really opening the heart. It's been very closed off for a long time, and we're just igniting it little by little. Lean into your heart more. It's their message tonight. When you feel bitterness or resentment bubble up, ask your heart to open and send love back instead of malice or hatred. No more of that. We don't want a world of that. It's so full of it. We need to transmute that. Hatayanata. We see this beautiful green light shining out all around us. And as we do, we thank our heart for always protecting us and being there for us. And we release anything in our heart that's no longer serving us, anything it's holding on to. It's holding it back. This green light is paired with the yellow, the orange, and the red, and it's becoming a beautiful rainbow body. As we go up, we go to the throat chakra. It's what I call my channeling chakra because it's the throat and the ears. And our throat chakra is so powerful because if we're holding energies in our nervous system or emotions, they actually transmute through our voice. The resonance of our voice will transmute emotions. You can feel it when people speak, whether they're being sincere or not. This is how we tune in. We are such highly attuned beings. We forget how to feel sometimes. So visualize this beautiful source energy coming into your throat, pulling it down from source. And as it does so, it begins to ignite this beautiful blue light, and it begins to spin clockwise at just the right speed for your system, opening up the petals on the flower and shining the light all around your throat, fully igniting you. It's like a circle of blue light around your neck. It's beautiful. I am aligned with my truth, and I speak with clarity and intuition. Intention and intuition. You speak with intention, and that's the key. Speaking with love. We can deliver not good news, but we can deliver it from a place of compassion and love to people, and set those loving boundaries and communicate them out in a kind and loving way. People respect that, and they feel it when it comes from a place of unconditional love for self and others. I feel the throat chakras are pretty good tonight, so we're not going to go into it further with the throat, but we're going to thank that throat chakra for always being there to guide us and communicate out. It's such a powerful chakra because it's our communication center and our receiving center in our ears. So pair that blue light with the green, the yellow, the orange, and with the red, and see this beautiful rainbow light body ignite. As we leave our throat chakra behind, we go up to our third eye, center of our forehead. It's a beautiful purple color. It's just like a deep purple. So beautiful. And I see it as like a diamond in the center of your forehead. It's this beautiful jewel. And as we pull the energies in to our third eye, we ask it to activate and connect with the rest of our chakras to communicate with us. If we're having issues with our intuition, if it's clouded or that chattery voice in the head is getting in the way, we're going to ask our intuition to turn the volume up a little bit louder so we can really tune into it. Ask it questions, play with it like a muscle. You got to work it. You got to work it out. So pull that energy in, and as you do so, you envision this beautiful light, purple light, begin to shine out from your forehead. And as it does, it begins to spin clockwise at just the right speed for your body. It begins to open up, and it begins to spin, and these petals open, and we see this purple light going out around our head. It's like a halo in the center of our head. It's so beautiful. And as we expand it, we can tune in to these higher frequencies. And we pair that with our crown chakra and our soul star, which I'm not going to get into tonight, the soul star, but they are super powerful and they pull that energy in. You become a magnet for higher wisdom as you plug into the ground and you plug in up top. I am connected with my spirit and I trust my intuition. Trusting the heart. You got to trust your intuition. It never steers you wrong. If you think back on all the times your intuition nudged you and you didn't listen to it and you're like, oh man, just got to start following it. And when you pair all these chakras together, you begin to see where you're going. You begin to get pulled in the right direction and you don't fight it anymore. Even if it seems odd, you're like, okay, no, I got to go here. This is different. So we're going to thank our third eye, our intuition for always being there for us and guiding us the best it could. And we're going to trust it from here on in and activate it tonight. Now we're going to go up to the crown chakra. We've been pulling energy in through it all night, so it's time to balance it. I always envision it like a lily pad on top of my head, shining up like a diamond. It's got this beautiful violet diamond in it, and it's shining up to source, and it's almost like a waterfall pouring down around us. We're going to ask spirit, source energy to come in to our crown chakra. And as it does, it begins to cleanse it and activate it further to higher frequencies of energy coming through our being. And we're going to calibrate so we only pull energy through our crown and not off the 3D into our chakras, because we don't want to filter that through us. We want to keep a pure source, and we push the energy out through our 3D chakras. And it begins to spin clockwise and shine this beautiful energy up and then become a beautiful energy waterfall around us. I am one with the divine, and I honor the divine within and around me. And you're creating this divine within and around you. It's so beautiful. Hatayanata. Now, envision a beautiful violet fire begin to burn around you and transmute anything you've released from your energy system. As we do that, I'm going to take you into a meditation to go deeper within your being and activate parts of you that have remained dormant for a long time. We're going to allow this violet flame to burn for another couple of breaths and cleanse as we see this beautiful balance of these energies, these rings of beautiful colored light around us from our chakras. Now, I want us to connect with the energies of this beautiful solstice moon. Full moon and the solstice happening right at the same time is very powerful. I want you to visualize yourself surrounded by a soft, gentle glow of silver and indigo light. This light represents the energy of the solstice full moon, a potent time for introspection, renewal, and setting intentions for the future and releasing anything that no longer serves us. As we breathe in, imagine this soothing light entering your body and filling you with a sense of calm and serenity. And now that we've cleared our energies, it has a clear path to move through you. Now they ask for you to reflect on the past cycle that we just went through. What kind of challenges did you have? What are you holding on to that's no longer serving you? They want you to take a moment to really reflect on this past month, 2 months cycle and think about the experiences you've had. What have you learned? What growth have you undergone? We're always growing, and if we're not growing, we're withering away. So continue acquiring this knowledge. What challenges have you faced with compassion and gratitude? And what wisdom have you gained from them? Allow yourself to honor the journey and all that you've achieved. Even if they seem like baby steps, they're still steps forward. Honor yourself for that. Feel the gratitude grow within your heart. And now, sit with that for a moment and feel it. Feel what that gratitude feels like. And now we ask you to breathe in this light from the beautiful moon, even deeper within your being. And on every exhale, bring to mind something that you wish to release from your being. It can be something physical. It can be something, some kind of pattern. It can be an emotion. It can be, the way you deal with something. It can be some type of addiction, but we're going to ask for things to come up that need to be released. They will always bubble to surface. And listen to that intuition. We just cleaned that intuition button. What's coming up for you? What intentions do you need to set to release? On each in-breath, bring them up, and on each out-breath, allow the beautiful light to transmute them and send them back to source with love. Feel and release. And as you do this, envision the moon as you cleanse as a blank canvas, like sitting in front of you, symbolizing a new beginning, a fresh opportunity, and unlimited potential. Take time now that you've released to set intentions for the coming weeks and months ahead. So we plant these seeds coming into the summer, we allow them to grow. I am in the summer, you could be in the winter months. But anytime you're in a season, you're planting these seeds coming in to release so they can grow and you can harvest the fruit in the harvest season. What do you wish to manifest or cultivate in your life? And sometimes what you think and then what comes up during a meditation is very different. Allow these intentions to arise naturally from your heart without judgment or limitation, and bring them up into the light. And now as you do this, begin to visualize them. Visualize yourself already embodying these intentions that you bring forward. What do they feel like? What emotions do you feel having them? See yourself living your life in alignment with your goals and aspirations. What version of you shows up with these things that you dream of? Like I said, feel the emotions associated with achieving them. Joy, fulfillment, or peace, maybe. Trust that the universe is supporting you with these manifestations and the intentions in the timing that's set out. As you align more with these energies, the quicker they come into fruition. And now we're going to release and let go. So continue breathing deeply. Bring the breath in as far as you can. Become aware of any doubts, fears, or limiting beliefs you have with fully embracing these intentions. Because a lot of the time, that's exactly what's keeping them from us, are these beliefs running behind the scenes. With each exhale, release the obstacles to the universe, to the moon, allowing and knowing that you are creating a space for positive energy and abundance to flow into your life. These practices are so powerful to do that. And when you believe that you're capable and you're worthy of them, and you show up as that version of yourself, life will shift dramatically for you. So now express gratitude for the opportunity to connect with the energies of this new moon, or as this full moon, and with the solstice energies, this change in season. As we spin on this planet, we realize that we are the dust of the stars. Like, we are all interconnected in this web. And these energies have been within us for eons in our soul. They've been connected to us. Send gratitude for the guidance and support you receive from the universe on a daily basis, whether it's little nudges to do something, or people stepping into your life, or a phone call, or something when you open up your social media, that message or that song on the radio that you needed to hear. Feel a deep sense of gratitude for your journey, and feel gratitude for where your journey is going, where life is taking you. Allow feelings of peace, love, and contentment to fill your heart. Whether you're at your end game or you're just getting there, feel content in the now, and know that the now is where you create. The now is where all your power is held. And when we're grateful for what's happening now, more things come into our lives to be grateful for. It's so, so powerful when we find and we connect to this gratitude in our heart. And that's what this beautiful full moon wants to remind us of, is to be grateful. I know I look up at the moon and I'm just like, wow, it's so powerful. But we must remember we are that powerful. We're as powerful as the moon if we want to be. There's nothing separating us except for our thoughts and our limiting beliefs. So now I ask you to take your mind's eye down to the ground beneath you. Feel yourself sitting in a field. You feel the grass around you, or trees or flowers, whatever the field that you landed in is. And just sit. Look out with your mind's eye. There may be animals around you. There may be certain plants, but take note of what they are. These are signs, what's coming up in your mind. Maybe a spirit animal, maybe a tree with significant spiritual significance. Take note. And now you're going to feel beings around you. These are your team of angels, guides, extraterrestrials, whatever your team is, whatever energies your team is consisted of, they are standing around you. Could be ancestors, it could be relatives that have passed over. They're standing with their hands on your shoulders right now. They're here to energize you and tell you you're on the right path. And they want you to know they're so proud of how far you've come. Allow them to touch you and pass their energy into you. And what they want to say is they're always here to support you. You just need to ask. Ask for guidance, ask for signs, because there's something called free will, and they can't just intervene unless you ask for it. So if you're feeling confused, come back to that spot of clearing your energy and open up your heart and your third eye to tune into the energies around you that are here to guide you. We all have these guides in our life. They will point you in the right direction. They always have been steering you right. You've made it through every difficult thing in your life up to this point. And they're saying that it's just going to get easier the more that you follow that intuition, the more that you follow your heart. Hatayanata tayo soto atayanata. Soto hatayanata. Satayo no toa nata. And they have a message for you. Listen, tune in, feel it, sense it, know it. And if it's not coming through right now audibly, it'll come to you. Sometimes they have to allow integration time for the energies to come through. The more you connect with them, the more easily you'll be able to tune in. So in this time, we activate the parts of you that can truly tune in to these energies around you. We activate the third eye. We activate the heart center and the grounding, knowing who we are, knowing how powerful we are, knowing that we honestly don't need anybody else to activate us. Sometimes we need others to help calibrate us to get there and remind us of those parts of ourselves like you're doing here. But honestly, you have it all within you. You just need to remember. And it's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to seek guidance, but know that you are capable of tuning into that same guidance as I am right now. We all have it within us. We just forget sometimes. Now, take note of your energy. How do you feel? How does your body feel? Calm, serene, warm, cold? Just feel it. And as we do that, I'm going to ask you to begin to wiggle your toes. You can feel your legs, move your hips up to your shoulders and your neck and your eyes. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. And welcome back. Feel the integration. I'm going to pull some cards. And if anybody has anything to share, feel free to type it in the chat. I know sometimes it's hard to come back into cognitive presence after a deep meditation. But that was super powerful. And you're going to feel this going forward. You're going to need time to integrate. So make sure you drink lots of water moving forward. Get lots of movement in. Exercise. If you can go walk, that'd be great, because we moved a lot of stuck energies and we don't want to be stationary because it'll go back in. So drink the water, get the movement, rest. You may feel ascension symptoms. Another good thing is to do some lymphatic drainage on your throat, your lymph nodes, and like your underarms and in your groin area. You can get the fluids moving, because that's what happens. We uproot these fluids, these heavier fluids that have been in our system. I can feel it in my ears right now and my nose. So I'm going to clear the cards and we're going to ask for some guidance. Spirit, what message do you have? Let me see, straighten out your cards first, Becky. What message do you have for us moving forward, Spirit? What guidance do we have moving forward from this session tonight? And I'm like, no, we're not giving guidance tonight, but we're going to get at least one card. Give us one card, Spirit. That one. Oh, and yeah, that's it. So the first card that came out was the Great Severing. So Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is why there was such a big heart chakra activation tonight with this, because I feel there's a lot of hurt people are holding on to that turns into resentment, and then that closes off our Taurus field. So they're saying really, really soften into love in your heart center. If you're holding anger or malice towards people, work within yourself to release that. Forgiveness isn't for the other person, it's for you. It's like you don't even have to tell another person you forgive them. You need to forgive them within yourself and forgive that part of yourself that accepted what was going on at that time. So soften into this. They really, really want that. And then they showed me this. This is the perspective card. Do you see this? So this is like zooming out, and this goes with this. This is amplifying this. And they're saying zoom out and see things from a different perspective, out of your emotional body, and see things for what they are and how people, this is like a very, very specific message. People show up at the energy they can, and people show up at the energy that you are at the time to match that, to teach you a lesson, not to teach you a lesson, but to assist you in shedding that old version of yourself. So when you can show up and zoom out and remove the background emotions from this says none of this matters. Zoom out, find common ground. And I love this card. This is like one of the most powerful cards in this deck. And they're telling me to pull one more card now because now they want to give us guidance. So let go of the anger. Let go for yourself, not for the other person. Heal that part of yourself. There's the other card, and it fell down. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. So I feel this might be really, really big on childhood wounds or very close family wounds. So allow this to go and be that leader, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Be that leader to, that you wish you had. I'm just going to pull up my comments so I can see. Where is it? There's my chat. Yeah. So how do I talk to those who doubt what I tell them about healing when they're so set in their religion? It's not your job to tell them. So what your job is, this is the beauty. So this is the dichotomy of energy work. You heal yourself. You work on yourself. Dogma is a powerful thing that keeps us down. This is why I think all the shame and the guilt wounds came up, because, or like religions, nothing against religions, they have their beauty. But the shame and the guilt really gets instilled in people. So they feel guilty or shameful for leaving their structure, right? And so your job is to work on yourself and let that go. And as you work on yourself and you transcend that version of yourself that's showing up needing to save other people, those other people end up saving themselves too. And it's beautiful. This is like, it's like you shed your old skin and then they show up as a different version of themselves. This is how quantum jumping works. And I doubted this when I first started my journey because I had so many difficult relationships with people. But then when I realized that it all came down to me and working on myself and showing up as a different version of myself, they shifted and they begin to believe in me. I have a lot of religion in my family, not myself, but like certain people would show up and at first they were like, what you're doing is wrong. And now they ask me questions and they're interested in what I do and they're open to things. And I'm like, it's like a switch went off. And so the more I worked in my belief of self and what I needed to do and how I shifted my perspective and I let go of needing to prove things to other people and just prove it to myself and walk the walk, the more they showed up in that way. Does that make sense? I hope that really helps with that because that's truly all it is. There's no one but self to shift ever. I don't like to use the word change because change means that there's something wrong. We're shifting our consciousness constantly. And sometimes we go down into a different level of consciousness, we come up, but it's about keeping it at a level that keeps us in the higher realms of consciousness. And then we don't tune into those things and those things don't come into our perspective anymore. When we open our heart up and create that Taurus field, we no longer attract in that malice from around us or like that resistance from others because we're not resisting things. We're coming to a place of unconditional love. And it's so powerful. It changes the world around us. So my advice is just worry about yourself right now. Work on yourself. And I know we want to take everybody along for this beautiful ride with us because we're like, it's so powerful. Don't worry about it. You walk the walk and others will either follow or they'll fall away. Yeah. And you know what? That's the beautiful thing. When you get to the point where you're not worried about others believing you, it's like they'll start to actually believe you because it's like that belief in self. This is that solar plexus chakra. when you just know you've been through this and you're like, you're probably really excited because you've healed yourself, you've gotten through these things. But healing is not, it's an ongoing thing. Not that we want to get trapped in the healing cycle, but we're always learning and we're always transcending beliefs and patterns in our life. Like I still have things that come up and I'm like, man, I thought I shook that off years ago, but there's little bits that come up and I'm like, nope, not going to fall down that rabbit hole. But yeah, give yourself the kudos. Nobody else has to give you the kudos. So when we get to that place, people will actually show up and be like, wow, you'll start to attract the kudos in and like people asking you questions. It's so powerful. It's just this mindset shift. Focus on knowing that you're already fulfilled and you don't need anybody else other than source energy, God, source universe to fulfill those needs in you. This was beautiful tonight, everyone, everybody here live and everybody watching the replay. I thank you for being here and showing up for yourself. And as we show up for ourselves, like I said, we shift those around us too. We send the energy out as we do this work. It's dirty and it's tough sometimes, but it's so worth it as we know. And it's so beautiful, so beautiful. So I give you so much love your way. I'm sending love. What do I have coming up in the next week? I'm going to be putting an activation up probably for July 7th, the 7/7 portal. So keep your eyes open for that. You're probably on my mailing list, so you'll get a notification. And I'm going to be holding a mindset masterclass, just how to get over yourself and like these limiting beliefs and how they come up. And I'm also really thinking about holding a light language activation for those who are interested in tuning into their light language, speaking in tongues, channeling, just to activate those inner dormant parts of us because we're all tuned into it. We just forget. Anyway, I love you. So if you're interested in anything, reach out, keep your eye open in the emails. And I wish you all a beautiful evening or morning. And we'll see each other soon. Thank you for being here.